Mr. Farad Lambada can start us with a prayer, because no function can begin without gratitude to our Allah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكون من الخاسرين. ربنا وتقبل دعاء إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت ربنا وتعاليت يا ذو الجلال والإكرام. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك يا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. رب ارحمهما كما ربيانا صغيرا رب ارحمهما كما ربيانا صغيرا رب ارحمهما كما ربيانا صغيرا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار يا رب العالمين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Without a fight, raised by an angel, inspires her dreams. Believe she is one of a kind. Blessed with knowledge, she reads a sign. Created by God through sand and time, molded and shaped by a gifted hand. Dangerously unique within her mind. Mama's love can never change. Am I wrong when I say don't rearrange? I'll hold it close, close to my heart for life. Ooh, you held my hand, I was all alone, and you wiped the tears when I gave up hope. You always there for me, the goddess in my life, stand by me. Mother of the earth, lady of a worth, carried me for months before giving birth, whispering words of joy to me. A woman of substance, a jewel with claws, made of steel, she won't bend or break. As you try and raise the stakes, no one alive can take her place. She kills with love and conquers all hearts. Mama's love can never change. Am I wrong when I say don't rearrange? I'll hold it close, close to my heart for life. Ooh, you held my hand, I was all alone, and you wiped the tears when I gave up hope. You always there for me, the goddess in my life, stand by me. An ancient word, followed by the herd. Above the world, she soars like a bird. I seek her rainbow in my sight. She's the anchor of my life, made of gold, so wise and bold. With her in my life, I'll never be old. All I see are her smiling eyes, not the pain that she hides away. Mama's love can never change. Am I wrong when I say don't rearrange? I'll hold it close, close to my heart for life. Ooh, you held my hand, I was all alone, and you wiped the tears when I gave up hope. You always there for me, the God goddess in my life, stand by me. Mama's love can never change. Am I wrong when I say don't rearrange? I'll hold it close, close to my heart for life. Ooh, you held my hand, I was all alone, and you wiped the tears when I gave up hope. You always there for me, a goddess in my life, stand by me.
Thank you. That was a song written by our gorgeous and talented Rais when he was only 19 years old, written to his mother and dedicated to her. I think he deserves a round of applause. Assalamu alaikum. We are honored to welcome you all to this very special event. It is indeed special because the build-up to today has occurred at a time when we opened our eyes to a world in transition, where we were forced to take stock of everything we perceived as normal. I'm so nervous. I thought I had this. I've been saying it over and over again, and I was so confident. And then I come and see all you people, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. We were faced with challenges. That were new to everybody. But as the year draws to a close, we have learned to be resilient, and we have learned to be strong, and to face our challenges with the tenacity and the spirit that is inherent in every one of us. Today, today, I'm fine, thank you. We are here to celebrate the fruits of the harvest so graciously toiled by Mumtaz Mahal. What Mumtaz has given us could not have come at a more appropriate time in history. The lessons and tools needed to survive the pandemic are the very essence of what Mumtaz has to offer us in her book. And I say this, not because she is my sister, but because I've always referred to her as the phoenix. Just like the mythical creature, Mumtaz has the uncanny ability to set herself alight and then rise from her own ashes, stronger, magnificent, and more powerful than before. Let us make this a day to remember as we celebrate with joy and gratitude. We have a lineup of interesting and impressive speakers for you today. We have competition draws with exciting prizes to be won. And I'm sure you all are looking forward to a very scrumptious lunch, delicious coffee and decadent cakes. And the highlight of the day will be the book signing, where you can have your very own personalized copy of I'm Not a Blip Blip Mop. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia, and thank you to our wonderful boys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. For those of you that don't know me, I am Mumtaz Suliman, sister of author Mumtaz Mahal Suliman. I'm honored as I look around that all of you have taken the time to be here with us today, to spend this momentous occasion. And Tez has been writing for years. She often said, one day I'm going to put my pieces together and publish a book. There's it, sister, another tick on your bucket list. Times like these, we miss most those that are no longer with us. And if I can ask each of you to please close your eyes for a moment of silence for those special souls that are looking down at us from heaven. Thank you. Amen. May the Almighty grant afia, to my dear maternal aunt, whom we miss very much today, and all those that are ill. Just a few pointers. With the current pandemic upon us, if I can ask all of you to please follow protocol, try and wear your masks, unless you're eating or talking. Try sanitizing, and I know it's hard, but do try avoid physical contact. We're meeting after a long time. You want to hug and kiss, maybe sanitize before you do the hugging. Our first guest is founder of the Live the Love Project. She's a Reiki master and therapist, a Heal Your Life workshop leader, life coach, and teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Ashika Singh.
Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you all. Where's Mumtaz? Hi. Wow. It's such an honor and privilege to be present here today. Mumtaz once said, "I've had enough." She said to me, "Ashika, I've had enough. I'm done." And that was the turning point. And I was there to witness it. How many times have you been done? Please raise your hand and show me. How many times have you been done? Enough times. And what have you done about it? That's the question, right? So when we look at Mumtaz today, we see what is possible to be done. So I asked Mumtaz what would she like for me to speak about, because I'm quite a talker. And she said, the floor is yours. And so I thought, let me start with the end in mind. And when we saw these young boys come up with those messages, you hurt me. You abused me. Where does that reach you? Can you show me where does it reach you? Here or here? Nowhere? You got to know where it reaches you, right? We see information all the time. You're watching a movie, you're reading a book, it's always someone's story. And sometimes it's also your story. Suffering is not uncommon to the human condition. Are we meant to suffer? I don't know. I've not met many people that haven't suffered. Your suffering is your signature. Your suffering, the things that you go through and grow through are yours, given to you. Now you can choose to stay in that path of suffering, which is okay. There's consequence to that choice. But there's also another road. You can do something about it. Maybe you write a book. Maybe you'll take a mic and find a voice. Maybe you'll take to the stage in song or dance or poetry. If you had a chance to change something, anything, would you? Most people don't. There's a difference between wanting and longing and actually doing it, actually achieving it, actually picking up that pen to write that first word. What is it? What is the difference between someone that didn't make the choice and the one that did make the choice? That little step of courage. Now, fear, none of us are unfamiliar with fear. Raise your hand if you've had a moment of fear in your lifetime. Just one. 2 maybe, 3 maybe, 5 maybe. Gosh, I've had so much fear in my life. As I stand here, if you rewind me 20 years ago, I would never pick up a mic. I would never use my voice. I'd never use my wisdom. It had no place. No one gave me permission to have a place. And so a brave little girl unlocked somewhere in me, very similar pounding and knocking and breaking to Taz's story. And one day, somebody told me, Ashika, what if that's God's hands chiseling and chipping away at the rock you are? What if the shape that you become will be God's masterpiece? Wow. Hard to believe that some cosmic divine order lies in the center of our wounds. Every knock, every pinch, every tear, every heartbreak, you are being chiseled and shaped. You look in the mirror, I know you see a shape, right? You have a lot to say about that shape. But what if you look beyond your body? What if you look beyond your body? What if you look beyond that body? What would you see? Who would you see? Would you see someone that's still afraid? Will you see someone that's waking up with courage? What would you see? All that chiseling and hammering and pinching and punching in your own life. You inside your own mind. The thoughts you think about yourself, about other people, about your life. 2020 was a great year. You agree? It's been a great year. I think this year, more than any other time in history, we were forced to stop. Stop and reassess. Stop and look again. Stop and realize. What did you do with your 2020 when you were being crunched down by this global fear? What happened to you when you had to be locked down in your homes with the people you meant to know more than anyone else? I can give you a glimpse of what was happening in my home. My phone was ringing. I had families calling me, hurting me. My child's not listening. Someone's being caught with drugs. Someone is being raped. All in the home, the place we call a sanctuary. I never felt more helpless than I did in those moments. I could not get into my car and drive and sit with someone. I could not take it upon myself to wipe away tears. And it forced me to re-look at the way I see my community. Ashika had to learn how to have more faith in people. That I know it's difficult at times. And I know that life is crunching you at times. And rejection hurts. And all you want is to belong somewhere. All you want is to just be. What would happen if you had 1 year without having to work? Without having to go and earn, or cook, or clean, or teach, or raise, or love, or do, what would happen? Who would you be without all the masks that you wear? I'm not talking about our COVID-friendly masks. I'm talking about the different faces you wear. Today, you all wore a face to come and celebrate Mumtaz. What is the face you wear when you get into your car? When you see your mother? When you see your lover? When you see your child? When you see your friend? When you see your boss? When you see your client? When you see someone owing you money or somebody that stole your partner? What is the face that you wear? What is the mask? So, I think it's important for you and me to realize, number one, do we have enough faith in each other to show our real face? Do we have enough faith in each other to practice the values and morals we believe we practice? But those things go out the window very quickly, right? Do we have what it takes to accept one another? Do we have what it takes to forgive? The end in mind is, I forgive. I forgive. Now, to an arrogant mind, that is never. Why must I forgive? What is there to forgive? They did that to me. They stole from me. They ripped the carpet out from under my feet. They took the clothes off my back. They chose someone else over me. All these tantrums that we play is judgment and judgment and judgment and rejection at every turn. How can any child be raised in a world without safety from its community if we cannot feel safe to trust one another? To trust that when I make a mistake, you can teach me. Then maybe my condition of bad behavior won't get so out of control. I love my life because after all of the tumble drying, getting knocked and bumped and kicked and whatever in the morning of my life, I started to resurrect out of desperation, actually. See, sometimes life is going to kick you so hard. It's going to tell you choose or die. And what we know about our egos, it will never die. Think of yourself in an argument with somebody. What happens with the two egos? Sword fighting. Neither will put it down. The reality is that whether I'm speaking to all of you or just myself, we need a voice and we need to be heard. Now, you may have very little problems in your life. You may have very little disturbance, and that's really wonderful. Still, it's a disturbance. Still, there's an unsettling. And sometimes you need to remember to be patient. So I had to be patient to learn how to find courage. And to find courage, one needs to overcome fear. And to overcome fear, one needs to have a relationship with fear. Because if I don't have a relationship with fear, how will I understand what they did to me? Anyone here ever wore that cap called a victim? Anyone? Courage allows you to lift your hand, right? And if you don't lift your hand, that's okay. I can see it on your face. I'm good like that. When I met Mumtaz, it was 11 years ago. And I was hosting a weekend program. And by this time, I was like fairly comfortable, having a voice and having taken back my power from certain victimhood stories I used to live in. And I'll never forget that day, and it sticks out in my mind. It was on the second day of our program. And one thing you all know about Mumtaz, she is no quiet lady. Like, she has a voice on her. And so you would think, somebody like that in a program, she's confident, she's beautiful, she's unapologetically confident. That's what I loved about her. But on the second day, she had to face a brick wall. And on the second day, after marinating for a whole day and night with herself and what meaning she's giving to her life, I remember walking. We had these cushions. We have these boxing cushions, right? And so the participants have to release emotions. And Mumtaz was like, yes, I'm going to do this. And she did. But it didn't start off with that confidence and that vigor that you see in her. It started off with a little girl learning to tap that cushion first. Because inside all of us is a little person. Little girls and little boys, a little 5-year-old. A little 5-year-old that holds promise, dreams. What did you want to be when you were 5? Who remembers? Anyone? What did you want to be? A dentist. Did you become a dentist? You played dentist. I love that. I love that. So the 5-year-old thought, I'd like to have a lovely car when I grow up. So if I become a dentist, I can have a car. Now, how many of us have had that? I did. That if I be something, I can get something. If I be a dentist, I can get the car. If I be a pretty girl, I get the good boy. Hey? All these rules and conditions that we adopt through our raising community. What has society taught you? In your 5 years, your first 5 years, you're still living some of it today. Thank you. Mumtaz just told me time. All right. So can I just ask everyone to take a nice deep breath and just let go of all the things I said. I trust it reached you wherever it needed to, if it needed to. I just want to take a moment and honor Mumtaz on her 10-year pilgrimage. She started 11 years ago. I witnessed her starting a journey towards herself. And today I'm meeting her on this journey to say, well done. I'm extremely proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashika. Body is a gift from God. You have a responsibility to look after it by being healthy and staying fit. Our next guest is founder of Batul Fit, and she lives by this principle. She firmly believes a healthy body is a healthy mind. She loves what she does and has been a passion for her from a young age. She believes by sharing this, she is helping others build their self-confidence and in turn love themselves. Something amazing about Batul, a percentage of her earnings every month go to a charity started by her granddad, who was also her role model. Batul?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much for having me today. I feel so honored and humbled. Okay, I'm a fitness freak, as you all know it. I don't know if you all are, but please don't judge me. Who is a fitness freak here and who likes to take care of your bodies? Lift your hands up. Okay, I'm surprised there's still good enough amount of people here. Thank you so much for having me today. I just want to talk about my journey and how I started my journey. I'm a mom of two, and I got married to a South African Indian. Me and my family moved here in 2004, and it was a big adjustment for me to adjust to this community and learning English and getting to know different traditions. But I made sure I fit in the society and the community because I hate being like left out and not fitting in and stuff. So I grew up, I can say I grew up in South Africa and I've become like an Indian, even though I don't know how to cook a lot of your curries and stuff, but I try and make an effort and, cook healthy and make the food taste good for my husband and stuff. And yeah, and when I started my school, I met a lot of different traditions and cultures and everything, and I had a lot of like a big society and community, and I met lots of amazing friends. And then I finished my university and I studied international relations. I finished my master's, and then I wasn't happy to go into politics and government stuff because my dad is like a politic fanatic, and we are related to the president in Turkey, but that wasn't my passion. So I said, I'm just gonna follow my passion, and I'm just gonna do my fitness and, like just do what I like. And I think that started when I had my kids. I felt like after having my kids, I felt like I have nothing to do in my life besides just feeding the kids, changing their nappies, and just being a wife. So I said, I was losing myself. I lost myself, and I felt like I'm not myself anymore. And I felt maybe it's because of having the kids and being pregnant and giving birth and stuff. So I said, I think there's a lot of ladies out there who feel the same way as I do, because you can really go off track if you don't get yourself together and do what you like. So I said, okay, what can I do? I want to benefit ladies out there, and I also want to help the needy and the poor, because my grandfather always told me that you need to win both of your worlds. So you need to do good in this world and in the akhirah. So I said, okay, what can I do? What can I do? And then I said, okay, I love fitness, so let me do something with fitness. So I'll help the ladies to achieve confidence and self-esteem and to allow them to feel good in themselves. And after having kids, you can really lose self-esteem, and you feel, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, I have gone fat here, or I have stretch marks, oh, my husband doesn't like me anymore. You can have these thoughts. And I think making ladies being healthy is not about just them losing weight. It's about making them feel good inside. And when you feel good inside, you feel confident again. It's really not about the weight loss. So if you really think I'm all about weight loss, it's not. I tell the girls, just throw that scale away and just don't go on that scale, because that's just manipulative, because you can train and then you can pick up muscle and then you'll weigh heavy on the scale and you get depressed. But it's really not about that. Fitness is only about being healthy and taking care of yourself and your health and having a stronger mentality. So anyway, I started my business and I don't even know how it grew. Alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful for that. So I said, okay, with the money that I raise, I'll just send it to charity and I'll help the needy. And this was my grandfather's dream. He always told me that I must be a role model to the people around me, and I must, help the needy, because he says, if you don't give, Allah will never give you luck. You have to give so you can get more barakah in your business and everything. And I really think that was the reason my business grew, and I'm forever grateful for that. And it's always good to remember that whatever you do in your life, you must always be humble and stay true to yourself. The amount of followers means nothing. It's all about you and yourself and how you feel in front of your Creator at the end of the day. So just be humble, genuine, and be giving, and always forgive others, even if people don't treat you the same way you would love to be treated. You must be true to yourself and don't impress anyone, and just be you. And I hope we all inspire everyone out there, and let's learn to compliment one another. Let's not bring one another down, and let's lift each other. Let's grow together. So yeah. Thank you so much, girls, for having me today. I really hope I inspired one of you today to be you.
She is our black rose, beautiful, rare, captivating. A phenomenal young woman who has faced more challenges in her short years than many have faced in a lifetime. She successfully runs not only her family business, but is the backbone of mine too. Our beautiful Nurain has something special to say to her mum, Mumtaz Mahal.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the launch of my mother, my mentor, my teacher, and most importantly, my best friend. Just the other day, my sister Leah said to me, Nurain, you have to prepare a speech for Mum's launch. I asked her, how will I do it? Mum always writes them for me. Mum overheard us and shouted, my dear Nurain, you have to write from your heart. So here goes. Mum, we share a special bond that spans the years, through laughter, worry, tears, and smiles. A sense of trust that can't be broken, a lifelong friendship built on sharing, caring, hugs, and kisses. Mother and daughter, their hearts is one, a link that can never be undone. The only thing better than having you for a mum is Muhammad having you as a grandma. Thank you, Mum, for teaching me valuable tools to get me through life and be the best version of me, my pillar, my strength. Mum, you inspire me each and every day. I am so proud of you. Your courage and bravery is something I deeply admire. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. You have endured so much through life. Your patience and perseverance definitely paid off. You made it. With every experience, you became bigger, better, and stronger. May Allah bless you with the best always. May you grow each and every day. May your story reach every part of the world so it serves its purpose. Let's not forget Dad. We salute you. Mom and Dad, we admire you and hope to have a real-life fairy tale just like yours one day. Keep shining, Mama. We love you. Can I please ask you to come up? Yes. Come on. Thank you, guys. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank 5 amazing humans who have been instrumental through my mom's journey with the publication of this book. They unconditionally opened their hearts and their platforms to share her story and give a voice to other women. When other doors still remain shut and are afraid, you willingly opened your doors. I salute you. I thank you. I'd like to call you up to gift you. Rade and Salvan Munsami from Blue Wizard Productions. Flowers for the chocolates for husband. Julie Ali from Salam Media. Ahmed from Par Excellence, our media uncle. No, then you can just go give it. Yusuf Tali from YT Studios. And finally, the most instrumental humans in my mom's life, in ours, my Nani and Papa. You don't have to get up, we'll come to you. Thank you. No, that's not.
Thank you, Nurain. Our next guest started off as a software developer. He then went on to painting and writing. He has written Dearly Beloved, Come Back Abayomi, Bad Love, to mention but a few of his books. He is founder of the White Tea Studios and publisher of I'm Not a Fucking Mob. He says he is still a work in progress. Yusuf Tali.
Assalamu alaikum. Nice to see you guys. Many familiar faces that I haven't seen for a long time. I guess I'm usually behind the scenes, so nobody knows who I am. I'm Yusuf. Nice to meet you guys. I don't know how to actually put this, but this kind of project came my way on its, I don't know, probably by fortitude. And when Mumtaz rang me, I had been at the end of developing a way to tell stories. And a way to tell stories in a way that can touch people, because it's all about, stories really are the emotional machines. The words are kind of like a bridge between one mind and another mind. And I've been working on this for every book that I've been writing, slowly tweaking it and making it better. So when Mumtaz came to me, it was the first time that I've done it for somebody else. And judging by the turnout for the book, as well as all of you guys who have gracious enough to come here today, I think the results have been good. So I'm as pleased as Mumtaz is to have written her first book. Actually, I'm thankful that she trusted me through the process, because, well, I'm sure she had to go blind a few times. But thank you all for coming, and enjoy the evening or the afternoon. And have fun. I hope to meet all of you. Thanks.
God is beautiful, and He loves beautiful things. It is imperative that you take care of yourself, whether you're a man or a woman. Mo Kassim is a personal trainer. He does eating plans as well, and is responsible for a lot of the sexy bodies around here.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How's everybody doing? Mumtaz, you guys got me off guard here, but I've been very inspired by everybody and really grateful to be here. Well, I'm very honored to be here in the first place, and even more honored to be the guest speaking here. I know Mumtaz for probably my entire life. I was her neighbor in Azadville, always looked up to her as an amazing individual, and to see what she's accomplished, to know her children on a personal basis, and what she's done with them to make them the wonderful individuals that they are, unbelievable. She is truly an inspiration to every one of us. So Ashika talking about fear, and Batul talking about inspiration, and Yusuf talking about Mumtaz. Really, everyone, I think before we even begin with anything, Mumtaz deserves a huge round of applause for the inspiration that she is. It reminds me about one thing, that the most wealthy place in the world, the richest place in the world, it's not the places with oil and land and gold. No, the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard. Because in the graveyard, we have ideas that were never brought to life. In the graveyard, we have books that were never written, or businesses that were never started. So I ask every one of you to take from Mumtaz's inspiration, sharing her knowledge with us. Do not take that knowledge with you to the graveyard, but instead share it with the world, inspire the world, be the inspiration that Mumtaz is, and I know every single one of you has it within you to inspire the next person. So what I ask and what I want to leave you with, it's just a short message, is for everybody to close their eyes, envision a world, and then open their eyes and make that world happen, just the way that Mumtaz did. Thank you so much for having me here, Mumtaz.
I used to say I want to be a Taz when I grow up. And as I've grown up, I realize that those are no easy shoes to fill. Taz, you better stay on this side, because I don't know if you've got your shoes on right side or the other way around. It's hard to fit into them when they're put on the wrong way. Mr. Munir Parker, when you do make this movie, please cast me as the lead role. I think that's the closest I'm going to get to being a Taz. Now, I know there are some really bad people out there, but I do know there are people who stop and smile at the tiny plants growing out of the sidewalk cracks. People who laugh so loud they snort. People who compliment others randomly. People who take pictures of their friends and family because they love seeing others happy. People who ramble about things they feel passionate about. People who are warm. People who love and love and love. This best describes Mumtaz Mahal, the epitome of love. Ladies and gentlemen, woman of the moment, my amazing sister.
Thank you so much. You don't have to applaud. I know that you're eating. You waited very long for the food. I'm not going to keep you up. I just like to praise my maker. Bismillah ar-Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah Most High, Master of the universe, Lord of the heavens, the earth, and everything between. We give complete gratitude that we are sharing this time and this space with you today. So today is not really about me. Everybody said, your big day, your big day. It's not my big day. Today, I want to honor you. I want you to leave your food for 2 minutes because I want to commend your bravery. I want to tell you how courageous you are today to stand here and support a title. Hello? That says, I'm not a fucking mop. Okay? Because there's congruencies in that book. The title and the content. You've got to read. There's congruencies that run through the book, and it addresses dualities of the human nature. We are all fucking good on one day, and we don't want to use the word fucking on some days. But yet when we stand outside, we freely use that word. So we are all made of good, and we're made of evil, and we are sometimes happy, and we are sometimes angry and bitter and jealous, and the narcissist comes out, and that's okay. Embrace both sides and forgive yourselves, and don't stay stuck. Don't unpack with your guilt and your shame and your anger and your fear. You can get up, start the new day, make the choices. I mean, I'm a living, walking example of that, so I'm not going to take your time. I want to commend you for your bravery. There's so many people. I've sold 300 books, and I've had 10% that posted it because they're afraid to be associated with I'm not a fucking mop. Stand up and give yourselves a big hand. I commend you. This is your day. Thank you so much. I love you and I thank you. Enjoy the meal.
We show gratitude, and we are grateful. The universe opens all avenues. Sophia Suliman will do the vote of thanks.
Firstly, we give gratitude to Allah Most Gracious, Most High. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors, of whom there are many. Ray Garda from the Flooring Network, Shanae and Radia from Balgotex, Zahir Baam from Azura Distributors, Carpets and Sand in Rosebank, Nazir Sibda from Nazir Optometrist, Shiraz Cindy of Nomad Coffee and Nomad Chocolates, Mo Kassim of Motivation, Zahra Sayed of Zahra Sayed Movement, Dylan Makeup Artistry, Hussein Ragi Arabics, Nazira Esop for the sorbet hampers, Laika and Rensha of Africology, Asil and Dean for the Justine hampers, Safia Meter for the delicious baklava cheesecake, Anissa Davids for the decadent cupcakes and cookies, Shanaz Lunat of Bright. We'd like to extend a special thanks to Rade and Selvin of Blue Wizard Productions, Munir Parker, all the way from Cape Town, of XCon Films, Julie Ali and Shazia of Salam Media, Rue from Health Warriors, Sam of Samoka, the media, Ahmed from Par Excellence, and Jimmy's Killer Prawns for their hospitality and generous meal vouchers. To Leah, thank you for doing our makeup. And lastly, all of you, without you, today would not be possible. Thank you very much.